ESPN. And from Castle Coliseum in Blacksburg, Virginia Tech, and number 21 Virginia lock horns in this rivalry matchup. It's a game Virginia has to have. The Cavaliers are right now in a three-way battle for the top spot in the ACC. AA tournament right now. Wake Forest and Pitt on the bubble. Virginia Tech, a team under consideration. And here we go with the Hokies controlling the opening tip. They come in at 14 and 11. Virginia at 20 and 6. Lynn Kidd has it up top. Handing off to MJ Collins. He can really heat up in a hurry. Shot clock down to 10. The feed for Kidd on the baseline. Working on Minor. Jumping into the paint. Gets the shot up for two.
Possession. And you look at the numbers for Virginia and what they've been able to do on the road over their last 4 games. Shooting the basketball for 47% from beyond the three-point arc. And you see Virginia now getting able to knock it down. But Virginia is more than willing to play this pace.
McGilly hits 47% beyond the three-point line. Padula swings it for Kidd and batted away, but a foul on Rhodey.
We're handing out bricks of pants that are needs for, and of course the Sandman is a big part of them as well.
But oftentimes Sean Padula puts himself in a difficult position taking tough shots.
His overall shooting in the slump is now down to 40% for the year, 35% from three. McNeely, nice drive all the way through for the 6'4" sophomore.
Yeah, strong finish by McNeely going up against a very good defender in Hunter Couture, but getting his a seam to get into the painted area and finishing at the rim.
Tyler Nickel now into the game from Mike Young. He's 39% beyond the three-point line. Both sides need help shooting it. As Couture gets it to Nickel, and his first one, he'll sink back.
And the ACC's leading shot blocker coming over, getting another one. Ryan Dunn making up ground. Where Poteet had carved out some space in the paint, however, didn't account for the shot blocker coming over.
Beekman shredding the D will lay it in. Who's still number 1 all-time in the NCAA Division I in three-point percentage. After all these years, the head coach, Harris, with a tough angle. It's going to be tipped up and in by Groves.
And that's not something you see often from Groves, but taking advantage of a smaller defender guarding him as a shot goes up, attacking the offensive glass, giving Virginia the 1-point lead.
Yeah, his game is usually outside the three-point arc, where he's 49%. Nickel dumping it down low, and the stop this time for Poteet.
Finishing strong through the contact as McNeely comes over and gets a little bit of contact on Poteet.
So Poteet 74% at the line. And coming up next.
Now, how rare is that to talk about first place in the Big 12 and Kansas not involved in that? I remember a time where Kansas won, I believe, 18 straight Big 12 championships.
Yes. McNeely jumping. Harris on the dish. That's a pretty play for Dante Harris.
Dante Harris actually returned from injury in the game against Virginia Tech in Charlottesville. And, of course, Jordan Minor getting in the starting lineup in the game as well.
Couture on the move. Man of Reese.
Respectively 1 and 2 in ACC play, shooting the three at 48 and 47%. So we've got 2 knockdown shooters playing in this game.
On the drive, Murray finishes that.
A little gimpy.
Padula driving to the baseline. Harris hip for hip on him. Nickel wants Poteet again, right into his defender, but the foul will go against.
It's just really exciting to see the history continuing here at Virginia Tech.
Talking about the family around, those are important members around here.
Hokies just 4 for 12 from the field. Nickel will launch and hit another one. He's really giving them a nice
down shooter. You can't give him that much area to operate.
Harris got past Padula, swings it from Minor, and one. The fans, everybody, the students in the crowd, they wanted him to get up there.
And tell you what, now that's a story in itself. Of course, we're talking about the greatest. Tony Bennett actually was fortunate enough to be able to meet Muhammad Ali. Was called over to be able to go over to the house and meet him.
Really?
A few years back before Muhammad.
Padula. He's working on Beekman. What a nice give on the baseline. A handoff. Kidd with the stop. The assist to Collins.
Great recognition by Collins. Seems important for him to be able to do that, but right now Virginia Tech off to a great start, holding on to a 6-point lead.
And trying to make it 4 straight wins over Virginia on this floor. Kid going up strong. He'll draw the foul. Done a lot of really good schools, you know, like Virginia Tech. But she said when I walked in to this college station, Wade Taylor and Texas A&M taking on Arkansas.
They arrived. Actually, Nate was here in 11. Julian Catherine getting here afterwards.
There's the stop by Kid.
Nate who was in first in line.
Well, falling behind, or taking the lead here, 24-14. Virginia falling behind by 10, and another turnover. And a bounce feed for Nickel, who's had a hot hand coming off the bench. Kidd with another touch. Give him 2 more. He's having a lot of great stuff to see around the tournament games. Plenty of things for Corey to do after the game.
Oh, I'm locked in, Obi. I'm just watching basketball.
Nickel will drop it down. And I know you're not kidding, right?
It's defensive end. He's a guy we normally see knocking down threes.
Collins. Yes. And the lead expands for the Hokies, 30-14. They've already beaten the Hokies once this season in their previous meeting in January, 65-57. Nickel getting a loose ball. They're going to get done for the foul as he kept on picking at it.
A great job by Dunn initially denying.
Nickel at the line.
Tyler Nickel against North Carolina on Saturday. But another shot with 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Virginia down big and still being patient on the offensive end while Virginia Tech continues to exploit the intent away valuable time, but you're not getting good looks. And contested shots are late.
OT with another touch. Here's Couture straight on. Got it! And the Hokies.
Virginia Tech right now with a 22-point lead here on their home court.
My goodness. Our bracketologist, Joe Lenardi, said a win or loss for Virginia tonight will not make much difference on the seeding line here in the first half.
Now the Hokies will bring it out, try to get still 4 seconds in between the game clock and shot clock, but they don't want to give Virginia much time to get a basket or a quality look on the other end.
Collins spins and fires, can't knock it down. They had a 9-minute and 43-second drought at the Hornet won't go. Virginia broke that, but Virginia Tech did everything else right. 36. Barron, and he's going to get hit.
Aggressiveness now after picking up that 3rd foul.
Barron, good foul shooter, 80 team. Barron, the transfer from Northwestern.
Free throw shooting. And they all shoot it poorly from the free throw line. And we saw it with Wake Forest.
That's right. Beekman on the move with a fall away, and not there for him. Padula on the drive, and he will scoop it up and in.
Looking more comfortable on the offensive end.
Into the paint. That'll be off the fingertips of Minor. Collins shovels. Kidd with a stop. Emphatic dunk. Len Kidd there had almost entirely on that.
That'll be another possession where you're down under 10 seconds. Reese Beekman stepping up, knocking down a big 3. But 20 seconds.
With 2 seconds on the shot clock, game's going to be over before they get back in.
It's going to be tough, especially when they can't stop Virginia Tech on the other end.
Oh, what a pretty play as Don will scoop it up and in on the reverse.
He hasn't been getting much minutes as of late. Started off the season coming off the bench and getting heavily into rotation for Virginia.
Padula and from behind Bond will foul him along the baseline.
Virginia's 35, Leon.
So,
What does that mean for the program as well?
It's unbelievable. You know, obviously
On X or Twitter, and you mentioned the impact he had.
what he was doing. We thought he was doing things to us. He was doing things for us. And I think he made me a better person, a better player, a better coach, a better husband, and a better father. And he taught me how to incorporate family.
That this is one of the most electric moments of the year. Everyone's preparing for conference.
And everyone's going out playing. You have to play each and every.
Chloe, his wife, Chrissy, that's my family. And again, so I was along for the ride all last season on the way to the final.
Scoop shot by Barron. So then
His game after.
Hunter, get used to that. Finding Poteet trying to get it out of the double. Did. Nickel will lay it up and in. That's the way it's been going all night.
4 points, and that happened twice in 2011 before this true run for Tony Bennett, and then February the 18th of 2017 at North Carolina, which happened to be a national championship team.
Poteet with a catch and a finish as he got it down deep for the bucket. You know, Virginia Tech lost Saturday at Chapel Hill. And that was a tough loss. Obviously, North Carolina's playing some great basketball, and they're the #1 team in the end. 51-25 against number 21 Virginia. Virginia Tech had dropped 4 out of 5 coming into this game when we're playing themselves into the same position they were in a couple of years ago. They had to win the ACC tournament.
Sampson was playing against Michael Jordan and James Worthy, etc. So the fact that Virginia has won every game in Charlottesville throughout that time frame is impressive.
Barry got a great look, just absolutely great.
To a championship for Virginia's first, and then Virginia winning its second in Greensboro in 2014. So Virginia fans will be excited.
Great pass. Nickel, terrific finish on it.
Fans will be a little more excited about the ACC tournament than they have been this performance here against the rival Virginia Tech on the road.
Harris gets an open mid-range, and that's all net.
2-point pass.
They held the Cavaliers scoreless for over 9 minutes. And one fateful stretch in the first half. And a bump there by Buchanan. They commit another when you bowl, but not in basketball games.
No, I'm not going to throw that. An ACC tournament championship. And they were a very good defensive team. And of course, they got some great shooting from Hunter Couture, who was the tournament most valuable player. 31 points for him in the championship game. But it was what they did defensively that allowed.
And foul shooter. And he got the second.
Everyone can get bacon.
Kidd down on the block. Had a big first half. He was the major reason the Hokies had a huge lead. Shot clock to 5. Collins can't hit, but there's Barron again.
But that's so. What I was interested to see with down 20 at halftime, would Tony Bennett go to something differently to try to get quicker shots?
On target, Robbie Barron's on a
To be honest, Caitlin Clark is doing it within 4 years. I believe that she will get to that mark. And again, I'm happy that when it does happen, it will be within 4 years, so we don't have to put the asterisk beside. And she said simply, "You guys knew I was going to shoot a logo 3 for the record, right?" She pulled up from about 30 feet.
And it was nothing but net. And Poteet will slam it down and draw a foul.
More, has it been their offense or has it been their defense? Because I mean, when you look at
4:43 remaining, McNeely can't hit it. They tap it out high. Nickel going over the top. Laid up and in by Collins.
They only average 8.2 turnovers per game, which is tops in the NCAA. And that is now OB 24 points. We heard Kenny mention it earlier. The ACC is by far the best women's basketball conference in the country. It seems as though every time we do one of those promos, each and every team has a number beside it. So many ranked teams.
Virginia Tech against their rival, the Virginia Cavaliers. It is typically a great rivalry. Normally the games are very close, and they come down to the last couple of possessions. Minor on the drive and a foul, and he'll be off to the line. Minor scuffles at the line. Look good on that one.
Now 4 of 6 from the line, where they were 1 of.
Double bye. Teams 5 through 9 get a single bye.
When you talk about the quality of the league, I mentioned earlier, coming into this game, Virginia Tech still a top 70 in the net ranking.
Young with a triple.
Jaden Young being able to knock down the 3 ball to the delight of the crowd. And at this point for Virginia Tech, you get some guys who don't get many minutes an opportunity to play as Elijah Gertrude gets to the bucket for the acrobatic finish. But the team, the starters, the guys who are in the heavy rotation up cheering on each and every one of their teammates, recognizing how important they are to this program.
Another jumper on the way, and he sinks that one from the other side.
he will absolutely take it, especially here in what was a maroon out tonight for the Hokies. Castle Guard showed up in tremendous fashion, supported their team.
Yeah, the other word is blowout. And Virginia get big.
Didn't get big.
Number 14 from the corner. That won't drop. And a shot clock violation. Never touched the iron.
Porter's up, wanting to see him get a basket here in this rivalry game.
Gertrude looking to make a move, and it'll be blocked. The shot right in front of the horn here. The rebound, that goes out, and that's the ball game. Virginia Tech in a total runaway over Virginia. They win this one, the largest victory against Virginia since February 10 of 07. They win this one 75-41.